Hi everyone, for this video I've put together 9 Pilates exercises to strengthen your core. So all of these exercises are intermediate to advanced. I'm not offering any progression, so if you do want to do something which is a bit more for beginners, I do have another video that you will find on my channel for more beginners. For this one I really wanted to do some exercises which were a little bit more advanced. Okay. So I hope you enjoy the class. Okay, before I start, I like to do a bit of a warm up. It's really important to warm up the spine. So I'm going to take my feet so they are hip distance apart, so directly underneath my hips. Soft knees, I look for neutral pelvis. I can roll pelvis back, I can roll pelvis forwards. I want it in neutral position, so halfway between both. I look for a natural curve through my lumbar spine. I take my shoulders back and down. Eyes facing forwards, chin parallel with the floor, and I do a nice big inhale through my nose and I exhale through my mouth. As I inhale, I'm inflating the back of the ribs, the side of the ribs. So that exhale, I'm pulling belly button towards the spine and also engaging pelvic floor so I get a nice scoop up. So we inhale and then we exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale and then we exhale. I'm going to start off and take my hands, just put them behind my head. I'm just pushing my head into my hands into my head. I can do a nice big inhale. I'm lengthening up through the spine. I'm inhale, exhale, coming over. I'm going to take one hand out and I inhale, lengthen up through the spine, exhale. Just getting some flexion through the spine. It's important we're trying to keep our hips completely level. Just focusing on giving ourselves a nice bit of lateral flexion through the spine. I can then do a nice big inhale, so I tend to take hands to the side, nice big inhale. I'm going to do a roll down, so on the roll down, and the shoulders are back and down, do a nice big inhale, exhale, pull chin to chest, and I just roll down through the spine. Try and come down one vertebrae at a time. As I get to the bottom, I do a nice big inhale, and I exhale, and I roll myself up. Let's do a nice big inhale, so I lengthen up through the spine, exhale, come down again. Inhale at the bottom, we exhale, we come up nice and slow and controlled. And then going to open my legs a little bit. Shoulders back and down, do a nice big inhale here, exhale, I roll down. I'm going to take one hand to my foot. I'm going to inhale, exhale, I'm going to reach up towards the ceiling. Inhaling down, exhaling. Let's do one more. Just getting a bit of rotation on the spine. I can then move my hands over to the other foot. I inhale and exhale, reach up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, we reach out. We can do one more. And then we can just pull our hands into the center. Inhale, exhale, we're going to roll all the way back up. Our feet into position. And then we can bring ourselves down to the mat. So I'm going to take heel toward arch. I'm going to come down. You can come down however you want. Nice, so we should be nicely warmed up and then we're ready to move on to some core exercises. Okay, so I'm going to start off on the mat. I like to bring myself down to the mat nice and gently, so put my legs a nice right angle, I'm going to put my hands behind my thighs as I roll myself down, one vertebrae down on to the mat. My feet are on the mat, back of pelvis is on the mat. Nice natural curve in the back of the lumbar spine. I bring my shoulders back and down, I open up through the chest. I'm going to take the hands behind my head, so I'm supporting my head. I'm lengthening through the spine, so lengthening through the crown, and I'm going to do a nice big inhale, exhale. I'm going to roll head, shoulders, make sure ribs are sliding along, and then I can inhale down. So we're doing a nice crunch. We're doing it nice and slow and controlled, making sure we're lengthening through the crown. Moving with our breath, so we can then do a 3, a 2, and a 1. And this time we're up, we're going to stay up, we're going to pull our hands out to the side, palms are facing down, we're reaching for the other side of the room, so we're coming up nice and tall, but still lengthening through that crown. We're going to pulse our arms, so we're going to breathe in for 5 pulses and out for 5 pulses. We're going to come up into tabletop. We're in tabletop. We're pushing spine onto the mat. Inhale. And we're exhale. We're pulsing our arms. It's coming from our shoulders, so our shoulders back and down, coming from our shoulders, and we're using our core to stabilise ourselves. We want to, we can take legs out. The lower they take the legs, the harder you're going to find it. For 3, for 2, for 1, and I like to lower the legs down, nice and slow, still keeping that spine nice and imprinted on the mat. Nice, we can give ourselves a nice stretch behind, and then we can inhale, and we exhale, hands come overhead, head comes up, bringing our shoulders off the mat, coming up nice and controlled, hands come up into the air. We can flex on the feet as we touch, roll over and touch the feet. Inhale up to seated. We're going to do roll up. So my arms are out, my shoulders are back and down. I'm up on my sit bones, so I might need to pull my bum cheeks out a little bit. And I'm trying to get that nice curve and lengthening through the spine. Pulling up, someone's pulling up from my crown. I can do a nice big inhale, exhale, rolling down. Really controlled, so we come down 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms come behind. As the arms come behind, we reach for the other side of the room. We're lengthening the through crown, lengthening the spine. We can inhale here, exhale, come up again. As we come up, hands come over, and we give ourselves a nice spine stretch. Inhale, back to center, exhale. We're trying to keep this movement really controlled, so we're not jolting as we come up, our feet aren't leaving the mat. Come over, give ourselves a nice stretch. Inhale. Exhale. So the roll up. Inhale at the bottom, exhale. And we come up over the top. I'm going to do 3 more. It's a nice graceful movement. Nice. Nice big inhales, we lengthen up through the spine. Exhale for 2. Inhale, exhale up. So we exhale, we're still pulling belly button towards spine, scooping in through the pelvic floor. Inhale, exhale. And then we're going to do 1 more to bring us up to seated. We can come over and give ourselves that nice spine stretch. I'm then going to hold on to my right knee. just pulling it in towards me. I'm up on my sit bones again, thinking about that nice posture. I'm going to do an inhale, exhale. I'm going to roll myself down to the mat, holding onto that right knee as I pull it in towards me, keeping it nice and controlled. Left leg is now hovering off the mat as I'm pulling this knee towards me. I'm going to take my right hand, so the outside hand is going to hold on to my knee. Left hand is just going to touch the inside ankle. I'm inhaling, exhaling, and then I'm swapping. The single leg stretch. Making sure I'm lengthening through the spine. Every time I exhale, I'm pulling belly button towards spine, scooping up through pelvic floor, keeping it a nice controlled movement. I like to do it quite slow and controlled. And then we can go for, let's do a 3 and a 2 and a 1. We can pull knees in towards chest. Maybe we can just see if we can get our head close to our knees. Just take some tension out of the back of our backs, our lower back. Give ourselves a little bit of a roll. And then from here, we're going to move into double leg stretches. To start off with, we can do an inhale, exhale, extend and arms can come out. Inhale, as your knees come towards you, exhale. And if you want to go a little bit harder, we can take hands behind and then we can circle in. Legs are pushing together. On the exhale, inhale in. I'm touching my ankles every time. Inhale, exhale. For 3. For 2. And for 1. Maybe we can just pull our knees in, give ourselves a little rock from side to side so we're massaging the spine. And then going to hold on to back of my right leg. So back of my right thigh. And I'm just pulling it in slightly. I can create a nice stretch and I can just point my toes towards the ceiling, and maybe I can do that on the other side. Just see how high I can pull myself. That back of pelvis is nice firm on the mat. I can then do exhale, 1, exhale, the other. See how high you can come up your leg with your hands. And we're exhaling as we're pulling that leg towards us. You could do double pulse. For 3. For 2. For 1. And then we can pull our knees in towards us. Very nice. Have a little bit of a calm down moment. We're going to roll ourselves up into seated. So we're in seated. I'm just going to take my hands behind me. Hands are behind me, fingers are facing forwards. I'm going to do an inhale, exhale. I'm just going to bring myself up into exhaling as we come up. Inhaling as we go down. Sorry, it's the backwards plank. I forgot the name. Inhale, exhale. As we come up. For 3, try and bring yourself up into a nice straight line from shoulders all the way down to your feet. And we can do one more. I'm then going to take hands behind. Going to do a nice circle. One hand behind. One hand behind. going to get to the point, so I'm going to roll them back just a little bit, and I'm going to get to the point where I can lift my legs, trying to make sure head's in line with my spine. So legs come up, and then we're going to do a nice circle. So we inhale down and exhale up, and then we can reverse the circle. I'm going to bring myself down a little bit lower. So back of pelvis is on the mat. We're exhaling as we're coming up. We're inhaling. Trying to do nice controlled circles. Hip circle. Really nice one for the core, so we're really controlling that movement. And then we can go for 3. And then we can go for a 2. And then we can then do one more for fun. Exhaling on the way up, inhaling on the way down. And then we can lower those legs down. Very nice. Maybe we can just come over and give ourselves a nice little stretch, just folding over. Lovely. I'm going to bring myself back down to the mat, rolling through the spine. I'm going to take my shoulders back and down, relaxing through chest. I'm going to exhale. So I take one leg into tabletop. Another nice inhale. Exhale. So I take the other leg into tabletop. And then going to extend legs. We can do a point. And then we can flex on the way down. Exhaling on the way down. And we can inhale on the way up. The lower you take the legs, the more you're going to feel it. And we're doing a nice controlled movement, trying to keep that spine imprinted on the mat the whole time. For 3, for 2, and then for 1. Let's pull knees in. Give ourselves another little bit of a roll from side to side, and then we're going to do the finale. So I'm going to start off with my legs bent, feet on the mat. I'm going to take my hands behind my head, so I'm supporting my head, elbows are out nice and wide. I'm going to do a little bit of rotation. I'm going to take elbow towards opposite knee and extend the leg. And I'm going to exchange. So we're into the crisscross. Trying to keep your elbows out nice and wide. Exhaling every time we lengthen that leg. The lower you take the legs, again, the more you're going to feel it. And then we can go for 3. For 2. And then we can do one more on each side. And then we can pull knees to chest. Very good. Okay, that was the series. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to come up into seated. I'm just going to roll over. I'm going to do one simple exercise just for the back, just to counterbalance all of the core. So I'm coming down to the mat, feet are hip distance apart. Front of my pelvis is on the mat and I'm engaging up through the core. I'm going to put my hands together and I'm going to put my head on my hands. And I'm just going to do a simple head and chest lift. So I'm going to do an inhale. As I exhale, I lengthen through crown. Sternum moves along the mat. When I exhale up, I inhale down. Trying to keep the movement really slow and controlled. for 3, for 2, and then for 1. And then I'm going to put my arms to the side. I'm going to come back into everyone's favourite. So a nice child's pose. I'm going to lengthen through the hands. The hands can slide along the mat. Forehead comes towards the mat. You can do a nice big inhale. And an exhale. One more inhale. And another exhale. Another inhale. Inhaling into the back of those ribs. Exhale. As we come up. And then maybe we can come down into all fours. Come up into a nice downward dog. Lifting hips up towards the ceiling. See if you can bring your heels down towards the mat. Come up into a tiptoe. I'm going to walk my feet towards my hands. We can do a nice big inhale here. Exhale. We roll up through the spine. And we come back into standing where we started. We can take shoulders back and down. And there we go. That's the end. Hopefully we should feel our core now. If we do that a few times a week, we should get a really strong core. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully see you again. Goodbye.